Honda Hornet CB750, 2023, Comfort and Economy. Economy promises to be a strong suit for the Hornet, which is rated at 23 km per liter or 65 miles per gallon, enough to achieve a potential 217 miles of range before the 15.2-liter tank runs dry. Power and torque. The new 755 cubic centimeters twin-cylinder engine gives the Hornet a peak of 67.5 kilowatts, 90.5 horsepower at 9,500 RPM, with 75 Newton meters, 55.3 lb-ft of torque at 7,250 RPM. Handling, suspension, and weight. While 90 horsepower isn't going to blow anyone away in an era of 200 HP plus motorcycles, most will agree that it's still more than enough for a fun recipe when combined with a lightweight, compact and affordable bike. That's what Honda's aiming for here, wrapping the engine in a steel diamond frame that weighs only 16.6 kilograms, helping keep the total wet weight of the Hornet, including fuel, to an impressive 190 kilograms. The geometry is pretty conventional, with a 25-degree head angle and 99 millimeters of trail. The wheelbase is a moderate 1,420 millimeters, and the result should be handling that strikes a comfortable balance between quick steering and stability. As usual for Honda, we get Showa suspension in the form of 41mm upside-down SFFDP forks, giving 130 millimeters of travel, while the rear monoshock provides the only adjustability in the form of a 5-step preload adjuster. Honda hasn't gone overboard with the wheels and tires, favoring a relatively narrow 160/60 ZR17 rear along with the usual 120/70 ZR17 front. Engine, gearbox, and exhaust. It's instantly apparent that the new Hornet's engine takes a leaf from the Africa Twins book, sharing a similar unicam setup, where a single overhead camshaft acts directly on the 4 intake valves and opens the 4 exhaust valves via a set of rockers, to give similar performance to a DOHC design but with fewer components and a more compact layout. Honda's CRF 450 or motocross bikes have long adopted a similar setup. Intake air comes from a set of downdraft intakes in an airbox fed by scoops either side of the tank, and patented vortex flow ducts ensure that the air in that airbox is evenly distributed. The air travels past ride-by-wire throttle butterflies via 35.5mm inlet valves into combustion chambers with a compression ratio of 11:1. A 270-degree firing interval makes for a V-twin-style power delivery and exhaust note, in line with most of the Hornet's parallel twin rivals, and the spent gases escape through 29mm exhaust valves into a very conventional exhaust system with a catalytic converter under the engine and a single end can on the right-hand side. It's not the most glamorous-looking exhaust in a market where many rivals use less obtrusive, belly-mounted systems, but it will lend itself to the old-school tuning option of a slip-on silencer. The new engine manages to avoid the complexity and mass of a separate balancer gear, instead allowing the primary drive gear to also drive the balancer shaft. Honda also points out that there's no need for an additional oil cooler, and the cylinders are nickel silicone carbide coated. The engine drives through an assistance slipper clutch to a 6-speed transmission, and unlike bikes using the larger 1,084 cubic centimeters Africa twin engine or the 745 cubic centimeters NC750 motor, there's no option of a semi-automatic DCT gearbox. If you want clutchless shifts, there's the option of a quickshifter in the accessories catalog. The Hornet is due in dealers early next year, with colors including pearl glare white with a metallic red frame and red anodized forks, graphite black with red frame and forks, matte gray metallic with a black frame and silver forks, or matte goldfinch yellow, also with a black frame and silver forks. Honda Hornet CB750 price. How much is the 2023 Honda Hornet CB750? £6,999. Priced specifically to undercut its main rival, the Yamaha MT-07, which, at the time of writing, is available from £7,200. brakes, Nissan provides the Hornet stoppers, again a case of Honda sticking with its favorite suppliers, but despite the bike's clear nod to keeping within a budget, there are twin, radial mount, 4-pot calipers at the front, clamping 296mm wave discs. The single rear disc, 240mm across, also gets the same wavy edge and a single piston caliper. There's ABS, of course, but at this price point, there's no cornering function to the anti-lock.